Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kripa classes. Our today's topic is From Zero to Hero, Mastering Computer Virus Detection and Eradication. In this course, the students will learn the meaning of virus. They will learn that virus is a malicious software which has the capability of replicating itself and spreading from one computer to another. They will also understand why people create virus. That is, the people mostly create virus for the purpose of earning money, easy money. Sometimes they want recognition in the world of cyber criminals, and some people create virus for the purpose of fun. There may be some other purposes also, such as they the cyber criminal or the person may want to take revenge, or when it may have vendetta against a particular individual or an organization, and that person may create a virus. The purpose of a computer virus is maybe to cause disruption of a computer system or destruction of the computer system as well as the whole of the data contained therein, or the purpose of a computer virus may be theft or espionage or some other malicious activity. The students will also learn how the virus is spread. They will understand that the computer virus is spread by way of email attachments, malicious links, infected removable storage devices, and such other means, which we will discuss in detail. They will also understand that though people use the terms virus and malware interchangeably, there is difference between the two. Though both these terms, that is the virus and the malware, are interrelated, but the term malware is much broader as compared to virus. Virus is only one type of malware, malicious software. The term malware includes not only viruses but also ransomware, Trojan horses, worms, spyware, adware, and much more. And the cyber criminals are always busy in developing new and new types of viruses and malware. We will also, the students will also have historical overview of computer viruses, and they will understand that the computer viruses have caused billions of dollars of damage in economic losses to the individuals and organizations. That is, the computer viruses have caused mm, heavy losses to the individuals and organizations in the past, and they will continue to do the same in future as well. They will also understand that the some common indicators of viruses which may be there in our computer are slow performance of our computer. Some files may go missing, some files may appear which we may not have created, the names of some files may be overwritten, or the name of the file may be changed, or the working or the appearance of our desktop may change, or the system may crash frequently, or it may freeze, and when we are giving command to the computer it is not accepting, or when we give the command it takes a long time. All these are the indicators of computer virus. We will discuss it in detail, some other indicators of virus also. The students will also understand that there are many types of viruses. We will discuss in detail, or in have some knowledge about common types of viruses, which may include boot sector virus, direct action virus, macro viruses, multipartite viruses, file infectors, direct and resident viruses, etc. The students will also understand that there is a difference between virus and worm, virus and ransomware. While the purpose of the virus may be to cause harm, the cause of ransomware is not to cause harm but to extract money in the form of ransomware. They will also understand the difference between Trojan horses and viruses. The students will also learn about spyware and adware. They will, the students will learn that the computer virus can do many malicious activities. It can delete files. It can freeze the computer system. It can freeze the system. It can slow the speed of the internet. And it can do many other malicious activities which we will discuss in detail. The students will learn that they can protect their computer from viruses by not opening each and every email which has come from unknown sources, and not to click on each and every link which is there in the email, and not to use floppies and CDs. They must use floppies and disk after scanning it with antivirus software. And the software which we have to install in our computer should be from a reputed company, and we should run thorough scan of the computer system at frequent intervals. We should frequently, at the regular intervals, we will have to update our operating software. Operating system has to be updated, and such type of other things, such as adopting safe browsing habits, not to visit each and every website. We have to visit only those websites which are secure. So in this way we can protect our computer. How we will protect, we will discuss in detail in the course. The students will also learn that if the computer system becomes infected, they should first disconnect it from the internet. If they are using the internet, they should also cut the computer system which has been infected from the local area network if it is connected with, so that the other computers may not get infected. They will also learn that if any storage device, temporary storage device has been attached, external storage device, it should also be removed, and the user should run a thorough scan of the computer system with the reputed antivirus software which is installed therein, so that the virus may be removed, detected and removed from the system. And if the user suspects that it is unable to resolve this problem, he should consult an expert in this field. Then the students will also learn that antivirus software oftenly makes use of signature based detection, heuristic analysis, behavior analysis, and it does real time scanning. It makes use of behavioral analysis, and the many modern antivirus software also make use of artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud scanning. The students will also learn that these days there is no difference between antivirus and anti-malware, because reputed companies which are selling antivirus or anti-malware, they are developing such a software, security software, which provides protection not only against viruses only, but also provide coverage against ransomware, Trojan, worms, etc. And the person or the user of the computer should use the antivirus from the reputed companies only, as they will be in a position to provide better protection to your computer. We will discuss it in detail how they provide better protection, because they will use they may be using cloud based scanning, artificial intelligence, machine learning, behavior analysis, etc. They will go on updating their signature based detection library. They will make use of heuristic analysis and other techniques which are they developing from time to time. The students will also learn that there are many future challenges of antivirus software, because the cyber criminals are very intelligent. They are always busy in developing new and new variants of virus as well as malicious softwares. So the antivirus software companies or vendors have also to take necessary steps to develop such a techniques or the methods so that they can combat with the zero-day threats or polymorphic malicious softwares or other malicious software which they will be developing, cyber criminals will be developing in future. The students will also understand that only by installing antivirus in our computer we cannot sleep quietly, because we have to adopt other cybersecurity features also. Take other cybersecurity steps such as use of firewalls, IDPS system, safe browsing habits, not to click on to be we have to be extra vigilant while opening email or links from the persons which we do not know. And there will be some other forms of cybersecurity features which a person should keep in mind. We will discuss all this in detail. And keep in mind that no antivirus software can protect our computers from viruses or malicious softwares. We have to be extra vigilant because the cyber criminals are always busy in developing new and new viruses as well as malicious softwares. We at the best we have to take precautionary measures so that in the case of attack we may protect the computers as well as this data stored therein from the malicious attacks. And one such important cybersecurity measure is to data storage in other devices, such as we may store important files in some another computer also, or we can store important files in another external storage device. That is, we will have to regularly take backup of important data so that in the case of any cyber attack or any computer virus or malicious software hitting our computer system, our working is not totally stopped, or we are in a position to run our business quite normally. So this course is going to be very fruitful for you, and when you will go through the same you will find it as worth the time spent. Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kripa classes. Our today's topic is understanding computer viruses, exploring their meaning, purpose, spread, and difference with malware. After going through this course, the students will understand that computer virus is a malicious software that is capable of replicating itself and spread from one computer to another. The students will also understand that the purpose of a computer virus may be to cause disruption of a computer system or cause total destruction of the computer system, to destroy files or another softwares which may be there on the computer system, or there may be some other purposes behind the creation of the computer virus. And these purposes may include theft or espionage. Sometimes the viruses are created just for experiment purpose. Now, the students will also understand the viruses may spread through email attachments, or when we download from suspicious or unknown websites, or when we make use of infected removable storage devices such as USB drive or removable hard drive. And the viruses may also spread when we use when we click on the any link which may come into our mobile or computer system, the students will also understand that the virus and malware are not the same term, though they are related term. Malware is a much broader term as compared to virus. Malware is a malicious software which includes not only virus but also includes other types of malicious software such as trojans, worms, spyware, adware, ransomware, etc. The students will also have a brief overview relating to the computer viruses. The students will understand that even if we install antivirus or anti-malware software on our computer system, we should not feel totally protected from cyber attacks. We should exercise caution when we are opening email attachments or when we are downloading some material from the internet, and we should always use up to date antivirus and anti malware software in our system, and we should also regularly use patches which may come from time to time. And we should also understand that there is no antivirus software in the world which can totally protect our computer system from viruses, especially the new viruses, because the cybersecurity experts or the companies which develop antivirus or anti-malware software are not aware of the new viruses which have been developed by the cyber criminals, and hence they had not developed the latest antivirus or anti-malware software which will be in a position to combat with the latest viruses. So we should exercise safe browsing habits as well, and we should ensure to take all possible steps which we can take to protect our system from cyber attacks. First of all, we will understand the meaning of computer virus. Computer virus is a type of malicious software or malware that is designed to replicate itself. Replicate means to make duplicate copies of itself. Computer virus is capable of spreading from one computer to another. The word virus has been used in computer virus. What is the meaning of this virus? This virus has been taken from the that virus which infects the human beings. Computer virus is named after the biological virus because of its ability to self-replicate and spread from one computer to another, much like a biological infection. As you know, that COVID-19 or coronavirus was a virus which was capable of replicating itself and spread from one person to another. In the same way, computer virus is capable of making duplicate copies of itself and spread from computer to computer. Computer viruses are created by individuals or groups with malicious intent, and such persons are known as hackers or cyber criminals. It may be noted that no antivirus software can uncover all computer viruses, though we may purchase some antivirus from the market and install it on our computer system, we cannot say that our computer system is fully protected, because there are some new viruses which are of recent origin and are not in the knowledge of those companies who are developing antivirus. So in respect of those recent viruses, the antivirus is not effective, because the companies take time to develop antivirus in respect of those new versions of the computer virus. The computer virus infects the files, programs present on the computer system without the knowledge or permission of the user. It spreads from one computer to another, leaving infections as it travels. Almost all viruses are attached to an executable file. What is the meaning? It means that the viruses may exist on your computer system, but the computer virus will not be active or able to spread from one system to another until a user runs or opens the malicious host file or program. There are a lot of viruses in the world, and new viruses are coming up every day. It is important for all of us to be aware of the viruses and other malware that may affect our computer systems, and we should take necessary steps to protect our system from these viruses rather than being sorry. Computer viruses are a cause of great concern, as they are causing a lot of damage to our computer systems, and thereby the companies and the individuals are suffering from billions of dollars of financial loss. Some interesting facts about computer viruses. Studies show that author of malicious software is typically a male between 14 and 25 years of age. Computer virus writing is illegal in some countries. Next, nearly every second computer in China is infected by some form of malware. Next, 47% of free Android antivirus programs cannot properly detect malware. The most devastating computer virus to date is MyDoom, which caused over $38 billion in damages. Next, USA is one of those countries with most virus threats. Next, organizations in the United States are among the most prepared for cyber attacks. In spite of having a large number of security programs and security methods, there is not a single antivirus that can detect and clean all types of viruses. So, all of us should adopt cyber security best practices. Now, the question before us is, why do people create computer viruses? The purpose of a computer virus is basically malicious. There are some common purposes behind the creation and distribution of computer viruses, and these common purposes may be disruption, destruction, theft and espionage, botnets and remote control, pranks or mischief, experimentation. Mainly the motive of the person for infecting a computer system of a person may be to earn money, or sometimes a person may be having some grudge or wants to take some revenge from some organization or an individual. For that reason also, the person may create and send the computer virus to the computer system of another individual or the organization. It is also quite possible that the some state nations may also use computer viruses to affect the computer systems of their other countries. So now we will discuss each of these purposes one by one. First is disruption. Some viruses are created with the intention of disrupting the computer systems or networks. These viruses may crash the computer system, or they may slow down the working of the computer system, or they may disable certain functionalities of the computer system. Next point is destruction. Some viruses are programmed in such a way that they destroy files, data, or even the entire operating system, and thereby those viruses cause significant damage or loss. I love you virus caused damages worth $10 billion approximately. Some viruses are designed to steal sensitive or confidential information. Such sensitive or confidential information may include credit card numbers, passwords, personal details, and other sensitive or confidential data. Now, what is the purpose behind collecting secret or confidential data? These viruses collect this secret and confidential information and send it to the cyber attacker who had launched this cyber attack. The stolen data is then sold by the cyber criminals in the underground markets or used for identity theft and other fraudulent activities. Next point is botnets and remote control. A virus can infect a computer and turn it into a part of a botnet. Botnet means, suppose there is a malicious person A. He has infected many computers which are located at different places. Then all these computers become the part of a botnet, and all these computers may be used by the cyber attacker to launch an attack, that is distributed denial of service attack on some another website, so that no person is able to access that website. So now we read this. A computer virus can infect a computer and turn it into a part of a botnet, a network of compromised computers controlled by a central attacker. The infected computers, also known as zombies, can be used to carry out distributed denial of service attacks. When denial of service attack is launched, then the normal user is unable to use that website, and the website on which the DDoS attack is launched is crashed. Then these infected computers may also be used to send spam emails or perform other malicious activities without the knowledge of the owners. Example is, in October 2016, the Mirai botnet was responsible for a massive DDoS attack on Dyn, a major domain name system provider. This attack affected major websites like Twitter, Netflix, making them inaccessible to users for several hours. Next point is, sometimes viruses are created simply to cause annoyance, inconvenience, or play pranks on the computer users. These viruses might display humorous or scary messages or change desktop black backgrounds or make strange noises. David L. Smith, the creator of Melissa virus, claimed that virus was intended as a prank rather than a malicious attack. However, the Melissa virus caused disruption of email services, productivity loss, financial costs, and reputation damage to many companies and individuals. Next point is experimentation. Many a times, researchers and individuals studying cybersecurity develop some computer viruses for experimental purposes. While their intentions may not be malicious, that is, they do not want to cause any damage or disruption to any computer system, these viruses can unintentionally spread or cause damage if not handled responsibly. For example, Michelangelo virus discovered in 1991 was an experimental virus designed to raise awareness about computer security. It is important to note that creation and distribution of computer viruses are illegal and unethical activities. We should use technology in a responsible manner and respect the privacy, security, and well being of others. Now, the question before us is how viruses spread. Computer viruses spread through various mechanisms. Here are a few ways that viruses use to propagate. First is email attachments, network vulnerabilities, drive-by downloads, removable storage devices, and social engineering. We will discuss each of these one by one. First is email attachments. Viruses can hide themselves in email attachments. When someone opens the infected email attachment, the virus spreads to their computer system and can even send itself to their contacts, continuing the cycle. Next is network weaknesses. Some viruses exploit security weaknesses in the computer networks to spread from one device to another. They can infect computers that are connected on the same network. For example, like in an office or a home network. Next point is drive-by downloads. Whenever a user visits an infected website or clicks on a malicious link, the virus can automatically download and infect the user's computer system without their knowledge. Removable storage devices can also be the cause for the spread of viruses. Removable storage devices such as USB drives or external hard drives. When an infected USB drive or external hard drive is connected to a computer, the virus can automatically copy itself onto the computer and potentially infect other connected devices. Some viruses rely on social engineering techniques to trick users into executing or downloading infected files. For example, a virus may disguise as a legitimate software update tempting users to download and execute it. It means that sometimes whenever we visit, we are scrolling the websites or going through the various websites, there may be some ad that they are offering free software, and many of us may be tempted that the particular organization is giving free download software, which is very useful. It may appear to be useful, but actually it may not be useful. And when you download that free software, it is quite possible that it may be having some malicious software in it, and when you download it on your computer system, it can destroy your computer system, or it can cause disruption in your working, or steal or theft your personal information and send it to the attacker, who can use it for illegal purposes. It is important to note that effective cybersecurity practices such as using up-to-date antivirus software, regularly applying security patches, exercising caution when we are opening email attachments or when we are downloading anything from the internet, and practicing safe browsing habits can help mitigate the risk of virus infection and spread. Now we will understand whether there is any difference between computer virus and malware. The general thinking among most of us is that whenever our computer system does not perform properly, or some files go missing from our computer system, or some icons are not appearing on our system, mostly we think that our computer system has been infected by some virus. But there may be the other reasons also for the malfunctioning of the computer system, or the destruction or disruption to our computer system. The reasons may include other types of malware, that is the other types of malicious software, that is trojans, worms, ransomware, spyware, adware, etc. But as the term virus had come into the existence quite earlier, and the term malware came to be coined later on, the term virus had become so ingrained in the minds of the people that even today the term virus is used and nobody uses the word malware. Now we will understand the difference between computer virus and malware. The concept of computer virus has been around since the late 40s. The first non-computer virus was creeper virus. As the time went by, the cyberspace was flooded with other types of malware in addition to viruses. In 1990, an Israeli computer scientist and researcher had coined the phrase malware to describe various types of malicious software. Nevertheless, the term malware continued to be on the back seat, with the term virus in the lead. So the people only remember the term virus. Malware and virus are related terms, yet they are different terms, although often people use them interchangeably. All viruses are malware, but all malware are not viruses, because viruses are only a type of malware. Malware is a software designed to infiltrate or damage a computer system without the owner's informed consent. Whenever malware or malicious software hits a computer system, it causes disruption or damage to the computer system, or it may steal sensitive or confidential information from the computer system, or the malware may act as a botnet so as to launch DDoS attack on any other website. Virus is just one type of malware. There are other types of malware which include ransomware, spyware, rootkits, botnets, worms, trojans. Virus is only a part or only a type of malware. Cyber criminals often use two or more malware combinations to launch attacks on their websites. That is, it means that the cyber criminals may use ransomware and viruses, or viruses and trojans. That is the combination of two or more types of malicious softwares to launch attacks on their cyber to launch attacks on their victims. Most malware do their best to avoid detection so that the or so that the antivirus or anti-malware may not be able to remove them. For example, spyware does its best so that it may avoid the detection by anti-malware or antivirus software. The purpose of spyware is to gather information and send it to the attacker for malicious purposes. Some malware rely on making their presence known. For example, ransomware. Whenever there is a ransomware attack on any computer system, or there is any ransomware attack on any organization, then there then the computer system shows that your device has been logged and will remain logged for until you make the payment of ransomware, or if you do not make the payment within 24 or 48 hours, then all the data stored therein may be deleted. So when the organization whose computer system has been logged or made inaccessible to the legitimate user makes the payment, when the legitimate user makes the payment, then the cyber criminal gives back the access of the computer system to the original owner. From the above discussion, it is clear that viruses constitute just one category of malware, as malware is a much broader term and it includes not only viruses but also other types of malicious softwares such as worms, trojans, ransomware, spyware, adware, rootkits, botnets, etc. Now we will understand the difference between virus and malware by the way of a table. First is the full form of virus. Full form of virus is vital information resources under siege. On the other hand, the full form of malware is malicious software. Now, what is the definition or description of virus? A virus is a malicious executable code attached to another executable file, and the virus can be harmless or it can modify or delete data. On the other hand, malware is an umbrella term or a broader term for any malicious software written specifically to infiltrate or damage a computer system without the owner's informed consent. Next is protection. Antivirus software is used for protection against viruses. On the other hand, anti-malware software is used for protection against malware. It may be added that virus is also virus also causes damage to the to any computer system, and the virus is also not in the knowledge of the owners who is the original owner. That is, the virus is not launched on any computer system within the knowledge of the owner. That is, it is launched without the owner's consent. Next is types. Viruses may be resident or non-resident. On the other hand, viruses may include computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, and other malicious programs. Next is virus is only one of the types of malware. Malware contains several programs and virus is only one of them. Detection. Viruses can be detected by antivirus public anti-malware software. Malware such as Trojan horses can sometimes remain undetected even by anti-malware. Now the topic before us is historical overview of computer viruses. Computer viruses have been a persistent threat since the early days of computing. In the early 1970s, the first computer virus was known as Creeper virus. In the 1980s, viruses like the Morris worm and Michelangelo virus caused widespread damage. In the 1990s, there was the emergence of macroviruses and email-based worms like Melissa and I Love You. The 2000s witnessed the rise of sophisticated malware like Conficker and Stuxnet, which were capable of exploiting weaknesses in the networks and causing havoc. Viruses continue to evolve with ransomware such as WannaCry and NotPetya causing major disruptions in the world in 2017. Then came COVID-19 related scams. During the COVID-19 pandemic, cyber criminals capitalized on the situation, launching various scams, phishing attacks, and distributing malware disguised as COVID-19 information or relief efforts. It means that when thousands of people were lying on the deathbeds during the coronavirus in 2019 and 2020, it was an opportunistic time for the cyber criminals. They were very happy that there was a pandemic and they used that time to launch their cyber attacks. They distributed their malicious software in the name of COVID-19 information or COVID-19 related relief efforts. And when the victims opened the email attachments or other such type of software which had been designed by the cyber criminals, they fall they fell to the into the trap of the cyber criminals, and they lost many, and which caused them many financial losses, and also the loss of their personal and confidential data. It is important to know now that as technology gets better, computer viruses and other forms of malware are also getting more advanced and complicated, because the cyber criminals are very intelligent persons. They are always busy in developing new forms of viruses and malware so that they can make fool of the persons and the organizations, and they can exploit the general public and the organizations from their money, from their personal data, and ultimately they want financial gain, or they may want to take some revenge from some organization. The reasons why people make viruses have also changed with the passage of time. In the past, it was the viruses were created mostly for fun or to see what they could do. But with the passage of time, now the viruses are made to make money, or to spy on others, or to cause trouble, or create chaos. Now we will go through some notable examples of significant virus outbreaks. Here we will discuss few of them very briefly. First is Morris worm 1988. This worm was created by Robert Tuppen Morris. It spread incredibly swiftly, that is very fastly it spread. Within 24 hours of its release, it infected 10% of all internet connected computers. This worm raised awareness about the potential dangers of self replicating malware. Another is I Love You 2000. I Love You worm is also known as love bug or love letter. It spread via email, and it infected millions of computers. It caused widespread damage by overwriting files. This worm led to billions of dollars of damage in economic losses. This worm also briefly shut down the UK Parliament's computer system. Onal Guzman, Philippines, the creator of this worm, expressed regret in an interview 20 years later, saying he never intended the malware to spread as far as it did. Next is Code Red 2001. It is a computer worm which was observed on the internet in July 2001. This worm attacked computers running Microsoft's IIS web server. IIS means Internet Information Services server of Microsoft. This worm caused significant disruptions. It This worm highlighted the importance of promptly patching software vulnerabilities. Next is SQL Slammer. It is a 2003 computer worm. This worm exploited a weakness in the Microsoft SQL server. It spread rapidly, infecting nearly 75,000 computers in 10 minutes. it caused widespread internet congestion and it was able to disrupt critical services. Next is Configure 2008. It was a highly sophisticated worm and it infected millions of computers in over 190 countries throughout the world. This worm did not cause much harm. Why? When it had infected a large number of computers worldwide, why it did not cause much harm? The possible reason could be that its creators, who were thought to be Ukrainian citizens, were too scared to use it due to the attention it had received, because this worm had spread throughout the world and it had received much public attention, and the creators had become afraid that if we use it, they may not be caught. As a result, four men were arrested, and one of them admitted guilt and received a 4-year prison sentence. Next is Stuxnet 2010. It was a highly complex computer worm that targeted industrial control systems. This worm seriously sabotaged Iran's nuclear program. Many experts believe that this worm was jointly created by American and Israeli intelligence services. Next is WannaCry ransomware attack 2017. It was a ransomware attack that hit the organizations around the world in 2017. This ransomware spread rapidly across networks. It encrypted files and demanded a ransom in Bitcoin for their release. One of the largest agencies which was affected by this ransomware attack was National Health Services Hospitals in England and Scotland, and up to 70,000 devices including computers, MRI scanners, blood storage refrigerators and theater equipment were affected by this ransomware attack. These are just a few examples of significant virus outbreaks. These viruses left a lasting impact on the field of cybersecurity and helped the cybersecurity experts in shaping the development of defense mechanisms against malware and cyber threats. It means that after going through the modus operandi and the various forms of virus attacks, the cybersecurity experts were able to frame their own defense mechanism so that they can combat the new viruses which may come into existence later on. Now we will like to conclude this course. A computer virus is a type of malicious software or malware that is designed to replicate itself and spread from one computer to another. A computer virus can cause disruption, destruction, theft, or espionage. No antivirus software can uncover all computer viruses, especially new ones, because if a computer virus is of very recent origin, the same will not be in the knowledge of the cyber security experts and they will not have developed the antivirus or anti-malware software to counter that virus. Computer viruses are created for various purposes such as to cause disruption, destruction, theft, espionage, prank, mischief, and experimentation. The main motive of these cyber criminals is to earn money by way of cyber attacks or by way of computer viruses. In some cases, the cyber criminals may make the use of computer virus to take revenge from some a particular individual or organization. Computer viruses may spread through email attachments or when we download something from malicious websites or we use infected removable storage devices such as USB drive or removable hard drive, or computer viruses may also spread through weaknesses in the network and social engineering. Malware and viruses are related terms, but yet they are different terms, although people often use them interchangeably. All viruses are malware, but not all malware is virus. Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kirpa classes. Our today's topic is 15 signs to tell that your computer has got virus. In our earlier course titled Understanding Computer Viruses, we had learnt that computer virus is a malicious software that has the capability of replicating itself and spreading from one computer to another. We had learnt that the cyber criminals develop computer viruses with the main motive of earning money, or sometimes their motive may be to take revenge or vendetta, or they create viruses for the purpose of fun or recognition. The computer viruses are created with the purpose of causing destruction or disruption to the computer system, or theft or espionage, or some other purposes. We had also learned that computer viruses spread through email attachments or downloads or malicious links or social engineering techniques. We had also learned that computer viruses are just a one kind of malicious software. There are other kinds of malicious software or malware such as Trojan horses, ransomware, worms, spyware, and adware. We had also learned about the history of the computer viruses and the notable examples of virus outbreaks which caused billions of dollars of economic losses to the individuals as well as the organizations worldwide. Now, in this course, the students will understand that there are some common indicators which may suggest that our computer system has been infected by virus. And these indicators may include slow performance of our computer system, missing of files on our computer system, or appearance of new files, or modification of the existing files. And sometimes these indicators may include such as frequent crashes of our computer system and no response to the command given by us to the computer system, and such like of other signals which we will discuss in this course. And the students will also learn that there are some common types of computer viruses such as direct action virus, boot sector virus, macro virus, polymorphic virus, space filler virus, file infector. We will discuss it in briefly. Next, the students will also learn that there is a difference between the computer virus and other types of malwares. Computer virus is only one kind of malwares, and the other types of malware are trojans, ransomware, adware, spyware, etc. And we will discuss, the students will learn in brief about these various types of malware, and the students will also understand that many times computer viruses do not cause much harm to the computer system, but many times some computer viruses cause much harm to the computer system or the data stored therein. They can cause destruction of the files, slow performance of the computer system, and can do many other malicious activities such as uh, stealing of the personal information from our computer system, or destroying many important informations which may be stored in our computer system, or they can cause frequent crashes of our computer system, or sometimes these computer viruses may result into appearance of some error messages on our computer system, or sometimes there may be many voices or some types of written messages appearing on our computer systems, and we will discuss all these in brief, and you will learn that it is very important for us to understand the working of the, or the effect of the computer virus which they can cause on our computer system, and we will, the students will understand the importance of taking steps to remove the computer viruses from their computer system, so that they do not spread and cause more harm to the computer system or the files stored therein. The students will also understand that antivirus or anti-malware are not the only solution, or by installing anti-malware or antivirus software on our computer system, we cannot get rid of every type of computer viruses, because new and new viruses are being developed by the computer viruses, and these computer viruses can result into zero-day threat, for which the computer antivirus or anti-malware software are unable to detect, and they cannot prevent such type of zero-day threats. And it is very important for the students to understand, to adopt safe browsing habits. Now our topic is 15 signs to tell that your computer has got virus. In this course, we will discuss what are those possible signs which can lead us to the conclusion that there is some problem with the computer and it has might have got virus. Now we will discuss the same in brief. The symptoms of a computer virus can vary depending on the type of virus and its behavior. But there are certain common indicators that may suggest that our computer system has been infected by a virus. First is slow performance. Sometimes our computer system starts giving slow performance, and when we start the computer, it takes longer time than usual to start it, or when we give the command of shutting down the computer, it shuts down in a very longer time, or when we give any command, say to open some file, it takes longer than usual time to execute the command. So all these indicators may lead us to the conclusion that our computer might have got virus. Next point is frequent system crashes. Sometimes when we are doing our work on computer, our computer system crashes off and on, and sometimes the system freezes. That is, it neither moves further or neither reverts, or we are unable to perform any work on our computer. Or sometimes our screen displays the blue screen of death. All these signs could be a sign that our computer system has got virus. Next point is error messages. Sometimes there are unusual error messages or pop-ups, which can also be an indication of a virus infection. Next point is high CPU or memory usage. Sometimes we are not doing any such work which may put some extra load on our CPU, or which may result into heavy memory usage. But when we open our task manager, it shows that there is high CPU or memory usage. These signs may be the indication of computer virus. Malware running in the background, performing unauthorized tasks such as data theft, launching DDoS attacks may consume significant system resources, causing slowdowns and performance issues. Next point is increased network activity. Sometimes we may notice unusual network traffic, excessive data usage, or slow internet connection when we are not doing anything which may result into excessive data usage. So these could be the sign of virus related issue. Next point is changes to browser settings. Sometimes there are changes in our web browser's homepage, search engine, or default settings, and these changes occur without our permission. All this could also be an indication of a virus infection. Next is unusual hard drive activity. If your computer's hard drive is excessively active, even when you are not performing any significant tasks, it may be a sign of a virus scanning or replicating files in the background. Sometimes it may happen that when we are searching a file, the file is missing, or some files may be have been modified, or there may be certain files in our computer system which we have not created ourselves. All these signs of missing, modified, or appearance of new files may be an indication that our computer system has got virus. Next is disabled security software. We may have installed antivirus or anti-malware software into our computer system, but we see that the same has been disabled on our system while we have not deactivated it ourselves. So when we see such like of activity, or we are unable to update our security software, this could be a sign that our computer system has got virus. Next point is unauthorized access or account issues. If you suspect unauthorized access attempts to your online accounts, unable to open account or files with existing passwords, or unusual account activities, it could be a result of a keylogger or password stealing malware. It means that sometimes we have set a particular password for our computer system, but we are unable to open our computer system, or we are unable to open our online account with the password which we have written in our system, written separately, but we are unable to open the account. Or it may be possible that we are receiving SMS or emails that you are attempting to open your online account with the wrong password. All this may be the indication that your computer has got virus, and that virus may have sent your personal information to the hacker, and that hacker is attempting to open your email or online account. Next point is unexpected email or social media activities. It may be possible that your friends or contacts are receiving emails from your account while you have not sent them any email. So this may be the indication that your computer system has got virus, and that virus is using your email program to send the emails to your contacts. So this may be the also the signal that your computer system has got virus. Sometimes we are clicking on an icon in our computer system, but that is not responding. Further, sometimes we are unable to access our hard drive, or sometimes the sign icons which are appearing on our computer are lost. All this could also be the signs that our computer system has got virus. It is important to remember that these signs can also be caused by other things other than the viruses. But if you notice several signs or have a feeling that your computer might be infected, it is a good idea that you run a thorough scan with up to date antivirus software to detect and remove the computer virus and protect your system and data. Now, the topic before us is common types of computer viruses. Most of the computer viruses do not cause much harm. The user might be unaware of the computer virus for years. Sometimes the viruses might cause random damage to data files, and over a long time they might destroy files and disks. The viruses may delete and cause disruption to our computer system. Detecting these viruses and removing them can be a very time consuming and costly affair, and it leads to wastage of time and resources. We will now discuss briefly some common types of computer viruses. Some common types are direct action virus, boot sector virus, macroviruses, polymorphic viruses, multipartite virus, file infector viruses, resident virus, overwrite virus, and space filler virus. We will discuss each of these viruses one by one. First is direct action virus. As the name suggests, this causes direct attack. What type of attack and on which? This is a virus which directly attacks certain types of files, usually .exe or .com files. The main purpose of this type of virus is to replicate itself and spread to other files on the system or network. Next virus is boot sector virus. As the name suggests, it infects the boot sector. Now the question arises, what is the boot sector? Boot sector is a dedicated section of hard disk or other storage device that contains data files which are required to start the operating system of the computer. Now it is a virus that infects the boot sector of the storage devices like hard drive or floppy disk. Boot sector viruses are some of the most dangerous viruses. it is difficult to remove this virus, often requires a full system format. Next is macroviruses. A macrovirus is a type of computer virus that is written in the same macro language. Macro language means a programming language which is used to create software programs such as Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word or Microsoft PowerPoint, because these type of viruses target software rather than systems. These viruses can infect any operating system. So a macro virus can infect a PC or a Mac. These viruses delete files, modify data, spread to other files, and lead to system instability such as system crashes, slow performance, etc. Next is polymorphic viruses. This virus is a type of computer virus that has the ability to change its own code or signature each time it infects a new file or system while retaining the basic program. It means that it goes on changing itself so as to avoid its detection by the antivirus software, while the basic nature of the virus remains the same. That is, the functions for which it has been created remain the same, only it changes its outward look or code. Removing polymorphic viruses is time consuming, complex, and costly because antivirus software finds it difficult to detect them on the basis of known signatures. We will discuss about the signature based identification or detection by antivirus software in our next course. Now, multipartite virus. As the name suggests, it is a type of computer virus that is capable of infecting multiple parts of a computer system. This virus can infect both the boot sector and executable files. The effects of a multipartite virus can be very damaging to a computer system. This virus is also known as hybrid virus. It is very difficult to detect and remove multipartite virus. Next is file infector viruses. These viruses specifically target executable files. When an infected executable files is executed, the virus activates and may perform many malicious activities. The virus can replicate itself, corrupt executable files, spread to other files, or cause system crashes or freezing of the computer system. Next is resident virus. This is one of the most common PC viruses that one can come across. This virus saves itself in the memory of the computer and causes file and program corruption. This virus may even attach to antivirus programs, infecting the very things they scan for signs of viral infection. It is difficult to remove these type of viruses from the system. Next is overwrite virus. As the name suggests, these viruses overwrite the original files, rendering the original file unusable or causing error. We can remove this virus only by deleting the infected file. Next is space filler virus. It is a rare type of virus which attempts to install itself by filling the empty spaces of a file. It is known as cavity virus. It will neither affect the size of the file nor can be detected easily. We may add that we have already uploaded a number of courses such as tips for crafting engaging speeches, good communication skills are the key to success, how to manage stress in our life, job application format, unlocking the power of mental wellness, mastering Heron's formula, most common mistakes in English grammar, 13 useful resume writing tips, what must be in your CV, resume or biodata. We have also uploaded the courses on web applications, cyber security, and on many topics of mathematics. You can also look out for the same. Now the topic before us is computer viruses and other types of malware. In our earlier course with the title Understanding Computer Viruses, we had learnt in detail that computer viruses and malware are interrelated terms. Many times people use malware and viruses interchangeably, but this is wrong. Malware is a much broader term. Malware means any malicious software, and virus is one of the malicious softwares. Malware includes viruses, trojans, worms, ransomware, spyware, adware. It means that virus is only one of the malicious softwares, or in other words, is virus is only one of the types of malware. So now we will understand the difference between computer virus and other types of malware. The online world is changing very fast and it is becoming very difficult for everyone to stay safe because all of us using internet or we are using maximum use of computers. Unfortunately, there are more bad guys than the good guys, because and these bad guys, that is the cyber criminals, are creating many types of malicious software every day, and they are creating it for money or to take revenge or vendetta, or sometimes they are creating viruses and other types of malware for the purpose of fun or gaining recognition in the cyber criminals market. So viruses are only one of the kinds of malicious softwares or malware. There are other kinds of malware which have their own unique features and ways of operating. Now we will understand the difference between computer viruses and other types of malware. Now first is whether ransomware is a virus. We have already learned that that malware is a much broader term and it includes computer viruses, ransomware, Trojan horses, etc. So there is a difference between ransomware and a virus. Now we come to the ransomware. Just as we seen in the real world that some person is held hostage by another person and he demands money to release the hostage. In the same way, in the cyber world, the cyber criminals attacked the computer system and held it as hostage, and the user of the computer system is unable to use his own system because it is locked by the cyber criminal, and the computer user is unable to access his own data or files which are stored in its computer system. Now what happens? The cyber criminals launch the cyber attack or ransomware attack on the computer system and lock it, and a message appears on the computer system that pay this much money and you will be and the asset of the computer system will be given back to you, and if you do not pay you will not be able to access the files, or we may delete the data altogether. So now we will read this. Ransomware and viruses are both malware. Ransomware, the malware that can cost, it infects the system, locks the data, payment is demanded, and ransomware is a type of malware when the computer becomes infected and ransom is demanded to regain access. Ransomware is a type of malware like viruses. It is a malware that posts a message on the user's screen saying that the screen or system will remain locked or unusable until a ransom payment is made. Usually, this type of payment is demanded by the cyber criminals in Bitcoin so that the police or the investigating authorities may not be able to reach the cyber criminals. The target of ransomware is not to steal or harm users' information but to demand ransom. Over 18% of ransomware attacks occur in United States. On the other hand, the computer virus corrupts or destroys or modifies the data which is stored in the computer. So both the ransomware and viruses are types of malware that attack computer users, but both have different mode of operation. Now we have already told you that Trojan is also one of the types of malware, just like viruses. A Trojan is a malware which at first glance appears to be useful software or program, and when we install it or use it, then this malware shows its own malicious activities. For example of a Trojan horse is a beautiful screensaver for a game, but when executed, it means when we install the beautiful screensaver on our computer system or when we run the game, it can delete your files or change desktop or pass your information or data to hackers. What other things a Trojan can do? It can also format hard disk. Trojans are also known to create backdoors to give malicious access to the system. It means that though the cyber criminal may be sitting thousands of miles away, the Trojans give malicious access to our system. For example, use Trojan, which was discovered in 2007, is often used to steal banking information. Now we have discussed Trojan. Now computer virus. Computer virus is a malicious software which is designed to replicate itself and spread from one computer to another. But Trojans do not have the ability to self-replicate. Trojans rely on human actions to spread, such as social engineering tactics, malicious email attachments, fake software downloads, or compromised websites. While the spread rate of viruses is moderate, on the other hand, the spread rate of Trojan horse is slow in comparison to virus. A computer virus can be harmless or it can cause harm in the shape of modification of files, deleting of files, or disrupting the normal functioning of the computer system or network. On the other hand, the main purpose of a Trojan horse is to steal the valuable data from our system and pass on the said information to the hackers for malicious or illegal activities. Both Trojan horse and computer virus are malware. The Zeus Trojan, which was discovered in 2007, was designed to steal sensitive financial information such as banking credentials. Zeus became one of the most widespread banking Trojans, compromising millions of computers and leading to significant financial losses. Now the topic is worm a virus, or what is the difference between virus and worm? We have already discussed that worm is also one of the types of malware just as virus. There is difference between the two. What is the difference? We will understand the same. Worms are not viruses, though these terms are sometimes used interchangeably. Virus is a type of malware that works by attaching itself to legitimate files or programs. Once the infected file is opened, the virus is activated. On the other hand, a worm is a form of malware that enters the computers through a weakness in the network, and it moves quickly from one computer to another. Now, the computer virus may be harmless. It may not cause any damage to the computer system, or the computer virus can modify the files or delete the files or disrupt the normal functioning of the computer. On the other hand, the worms consume system resources such as memory and bandwidth and make the system slow in speed to such an extent that it stops responding. That is, it slows the performance of the computer system to such an extent that slowly the computer system stops responding. The computer virus requires a host for spreading. On the other hand, worm does not require a host to replicate from one computer to another. Virus spreads with uniform speed as programmed by the cyber criminal. On the other hand, virus spreads more, worms spread more rapidly than the computer virus. Computer virus needs human action to replicate. On the other hand, worm does not need any human action to replicate. Now, the term spyware. Spyware is also one of the types of malicious software, and it is different from computer viruses. Just as the name shows, spyware is designed to secretly gather information from the user's computer or device without their knowledge or consent. It means that the computer user does not know that the spyware is on its computer system, and it is secretly sending the information to the cyber attacker or hacker. The spyware can track and record various types of information such as browsing habits. Browsing habits means when you are clicking on various websites, it means browsing habits. What type of sites you are seeing, which sites you are opening from time to time. This spyware records the keystrokes. Keystrokes regarding means when you are using keypad, each type of word you are punching, each such information is being sent to the cyber attacker. And whenever suppose you are opening the your online banking account and you are typing your username and then you are using your password, all this information, what username you has typed, what password you has typed, all this information is going to the cyber criminal or hacker. Spyware captures the passwords and collects the personal information. Spyware transmits the collected data to third parties such as hackers or data aggregators who may use this data for malicious purposes such as identity theft or unauthorized access. The Finfisher spyware, which was developed by Gamma International, gained attention in 2011. This spyware, that is Finfisher spyware, was marketed as a tool for law enforcement and government agencies, but it was found to be used for surveillance purposes on activists and journalists. Now, adware. Adware is a type of software which is designed to shower you with advertisements on your device in order to generate ad revenue. It is also a type of malware. Adware often comes bundled with free software or downloaded by visiting certain websites or clicking on deceptive advertisement. These are the methods from where the adware comes on our computer system. When we see that there is a free software on the internet, we download it on our computer system. We are tempted to download it on our computer system, and along with that adware comes many times. Sometimes we visit many websites which are of suspicious nature, and when we download something from that website, adware comes to our computer system, and sometimes we click on deceptive advertisements, and ultimately the adware gets itself installed on our computer system, and it is often installed without the user's consent. While adware itself may not be inherently malicious, it can disrupt the browsing experience and slow down the functioning of our computer system. Sometimes some malware may redirect users to malicious websites or promote potentially harmful software. It means that there are adware which, though we are opening a particular website, but they will force us and they will open their own another website which is of malicious nature, or they will promote that software which is harmful nature. The superfish adware, which was discovered in 2015, came pre-installed on some Lenovo laptops. It injected third-party advertisements into web browsers and intercepted secure connections, posing a potential security risk. Because so many types of malware display similar symptoms, it can be very difficult to identify the particular nature of the malware which has attacked our computer system, unless like ransomware, which tells you that I have attacked your system, pay the ransom money and I will release the computer system or the data. Regardless of the malware you are dealing with, it is very important for you that you take immediate steps to remove the malware from your computer system and prevent it from spreading to additional devices on your network. Now the topic before us is what a computer virus can do. All of you know that the cyber criminals are always busy in developing new variants of computer viruses. Their main purpose behind the creation of computer viruses is to earn money. Sometimes they are developing computer virus just to take revenge or for the purpose of vendetta from a particular individual or an organization. It is also quite possible that a cyber criminal may develop a computer virus for the purpose of fun or for the purpose of gaining recognition in the world of cyber criminals. Whatever the purpose may be, the computer viruses can cause a lot of damage to the individuals as well as the organizations. Though most of the computer viruses do not cause much harm, but many of the computer viruses have caused billions of dollars of economic loss to the individuals as well as the organizations if we go through our history of virus outbreaks. These computer viruses can not only cause disruption of the computer system, they can destroy the data or the important information which may be contained there in the computer. They can also steal the valuable or confidential or secret information which may be stored in our computer system, or sometimes these computer viruses can steal our online browsing habits, and they can pass this information of online browsing habits information to the cyber attackers, which may use it for malicious purposes such as identity theft or other malicious activities. We will discuss all of this in brief. Computer viruses can perform a variety of harmful actions depending on their programming and the intentions of their creators. It means that the cyber criminal has something in mind That is, when it creates a virus or thinks to create a virus, it has a aim in its mind, whether it wants to earn money or to destroy or a particular organization by attacking its computer systems. So it depends on the intentions of the creator of the viruses, what he wants that what he wants that a particular type of computer virus which he is developing should do in when the computer virus attacks the computer systems. Computer virus can do its destructive activity so quickly that the user is not even aware of the presence of a virus in his or her computer. It means that the person who is using the computer may not be aware of the presence of the computer virus in a system, but the computer virus will act so swiftly or so quickly that it will damage the computer system properly or delete the entire files or data which are present there on the computer system. Computer system or computer virus can do following things or can cause following damages. Computer virus can erase everything on your hard disk, or it can modify or delete files, leading to loss of important files and documents. A computer virus can even do unwanted activity over your computer screen, that is, playing music in the background or making its presence felt by showing a picture or animated picture or video message. Computer virus may also use your email program to spread itself to other computers. It means that if a computer virus has hit to your system, it may be so programmed that it will use your email system. Suppose you are using Gmail, it will use your Gmail and it will send itself by the way of email to your contact list. And when the person or your contact list receives your email, he will open it and the virus will be hidden in the email attachment. And when he will open the email attachment, the virus will hit the computer system of your friend or relative whom the email was sent by the computer virus, and this email was not in your knowledge. That is, you were not aware that the computer virus has sent the email to your known person, and computer virus has done this on its own. Next is, computer virus may take space on hard disk. Further, computer system unable to start up. That is, it means that it is maybe possible that when the computer virus has hit your computer, your computer may not be able to start up. It is also quite possible that the performance of your computer system may slow down, or there may be frequent crashes on your computer system, and there are frequent freezes of your computer system. That is, when you are giving a command, the computer is not accepting your command, but it takes very long time to accept your command. It is also quite possible that the computer virus may use your computer system for illegal activity. In such a case, what happens that suppose there is a cyber criminal and it creates botnets. Botnets means the infected computers. It creates botnets which are also known as zombies, and all these systems which are lying far away, these are used as botnets. That is, the infected computers are used to launch the DDoS attack on a server. so that this server is overloaded with such type of requests and the genuine user is unable to approach the server and the server crashes. Now what is written we will read. Using infected system for illegal activities such as DDoS attacks or to send spam emails. Spam emails refer to unwanted messages which are generally sent in bulk to a large number of recipients. These messages are usually commercial in nature, promoting products, services, or fraudulent schemes. Spam emails are often considered as a form of electronic junk mail. Now, what other thing a computer virus can do? It can record keystrokes. It means that what keys are you are punching on your keypad of the computer, and when you are punching the keystrokes, each and every information of keystroke will be passed on to the hacker, and the computer virus will also steal your personal information. Windows PCs are the most popular target of the computer viruses because they are most widely used computer systems. But as the popularity of Mac computers grow, Mac malware are also developed by cyber criminals. My Doom, technically a worm, caused an estimated damage to the tune of $38 billion. Computer viruses cost an estimated $55 billion each year in cleanup and repair costs. That is, from this figure, you can imagine the extent of damage which the organizations or the individuals have to incur towards cleaning the viruses or repairing the costs of their computer systems. These actions of the computer viruses are general examples, and the specific behavior of the computer virus can vary widely depending on the design and the objective of the attacker. It means that we have discussed in general what a computer virus can do, but the particular activity of a computer virus will depend on the ultimate objectives of the cyber criminals for which the particular variant of this computer virus had been developed. Now we will like to conclude this course. There are some common indicators of computer viruses which will suggest that our computer has been infected by virus. These indicators may include that our computer system is giving slow performance, or our computer system is frequently crashing, or there is high CPU usage, or the files are missing on our computer system, or new files are appearing, or some modified files are appearing on our computer system, and our security software has been disabled while we have not done it. There are some common types of computer viruses such as direct action virus, boot sector virus, macro virus, polymorphic virus, resident virus, overwrite virus, space filler virus. Computer viruses are just one kind of harmful malicious software that can cause problems. There are other kinds of malicious softwares other than the computer viruses such as Trojan horses, worms, ransomware, spyware, adware that have their own unique features and they have their own ways of operating. a computer virus can perform many malicious acts such as causing disruption to our computer system, deleting or modifying files, slowing down the computer system, frequently crashing of our computer system, or frequent freezes of our computer system, taking space on our hard disk, recording keystrokes, and stealing personal information. So, in view of the damage being caused by the computer viruses, it is very important for us to use reputed antivirus and anti-malware software and keep our operating system updated, and we should scan USB drive before using them, and we should be cautious when we are opening email attachments or links received from unknown persons, and we should regularly back up our data so that in the event of unforeseen damage caused by computer virus or physical damage to our computer system, we can, the extent of damage is limited. We should also practice safe browsing habits so that we can protect our computer system from viruses. Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kripa classes. Our today's topic is how to protect your computer from computer virus. In our earlier courses on computer virus, we had learned that computer virus is a malicious software which has the capability from spreading from one computer to another. We had also learned that people create viruses mainly with the purpose of earning money. Sometimes they have some sort of revenge or vendetta in their mind, and sometimes they create virus for fun or recognition, or sometimes it is for experimental purpose. The purpose of a computer virus is to cause destruction or disruption of the computer system, or theft or espionage, or there may be some other purpose of the virus. We had also learned that malware is a much broader term as compared to the computer virus, and malware includes not only computer viruses but also ransomware, trojan, worms, spyware, and adware. We had also learned that there are many common types of computer viruses such as boot sector virus, macroviruses, polymorphic viruses, multipartite viruses, file infectors, and resident viruses, etc. We had also learned that a ransomware is different from virus, and it is mainly, its main purpose is to get ransom from the people. We had also learned the difference between trojan and viruses and worms and viruses. We had also learned that the main purpose of adware is not to cause any harm to the computer system, but its main purpose is to earn money by way of ads. We had also learned that there are some common symptoms of computer viruses such as computer functioning may become slow, or some files may go missing from our computer system, or some files may have their own different names which we had not allotted, or some files may get deleted, or some files may appear in the system which we have not created, or there is high memory usage in our system, or there is heavy internet usage while we are not making much use of the internet. Such type of functions will show that our computer system has been hit by the computer virus. Now, in this course, we will understand that we can protect our computer system by being cautious of email attachments and links, and we should scan our files before opening them, or we should also scan the removable storage devices before using them, and we should download the software or the files from the internet when the website is secure, or we should download from the secure only from the non-reputed sites. And such type of precautions can help us to prevent the attack of computer virus. We will also learn in this course that if our computer system becomes infected, we should immediately disconnect our computer system from internet and local area network, and we should scan our computer system with the antivirus software which is installed on our system, and we should immediately remove the external storage device which is attached to our computer system, so that the external storage device is not also infected. And if need be, we can also seek the professional help. Will also learn that in these days antivirus and anti-malware software, there is no difference, because most of the reputed antivirus software companies provide us the software which provides us protection not only against the viruses, but also provides a wider protection. That is, it provides the protection against not only the viruses but also includes the protection against worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, etc. We would also learn about the functioning of the how the antivirus works. That is, it makes use of signature based detection, heuristic analysis, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud based analysis, behavior analysis, real time scanning, etc. We will also learn that the in future antivirus software has its own challenges in the shape of polymorphic viruses, multi-parasite viruses, and fileless worms, and zero-day threats. And there will the antivirus software will also have to face cloud-based threats and the threats based on artificial intelligence and machine learning. So it is, the students will learn that it is the best that we cannot take to rest after installing antivirus software on our computer system. We will have to adopt safe browsing practices, and we should also install firewalls and make use of IDPS, and we should update our operating system regularly and make use of other security features which we will discuss in detail. So after going through this course, we have discussed in detail that we can protect our computer system by taking many steps, and we should install antivirus and anti-malware software on our computer system which is only purchased from the reputed company, so that we can get the latest protection, that is the protection against all the software, all the viruses or malicious softwares which are known to us till date, or which are likely to attack our computer system, and what to do if our computer system becomes infected. And we can take many steps to protect our computer system from computer viruses, but antivirus software is not foolproof. We need to be take extra steps to protect our computer system from viruses. Now the topic before us is how to protect our computer from virus. We have to take many steps to protect our computer from virus. The first such step is install reliable security software. We should install reputed antivirus and anti-malware software on our device, so that we can get the best level of protection. Here the word reputed is very important. What does it mean? whenever we go to the market to purchase antivirus or anti-malware, what we say to the shopkeeper, we say to the shopkeeper, give me antivirus or anti-malware which is cheap and satisfactory. What is our demand? We say that give me antivirus or anti-malware which is cheap and gives satisfactory results. Now on the other side, the seller has two choices. He has two types of software, safe from which is one A brand, the other is B. The A is a branded product which is say of $50 and the other is unbranded antivirus which is say of $20. In this branded type of antivirus or anti-malware, he gets commission of 10%. In the other unbranded, he gets 50% commission. In others, we can say that he will get commission of $55 in branded case, and in case of unbranded product, he will get commission equal to rupees say $10. So now you are intelligent enough to find out what type of product the seller will sell to you. Here the maxim of let the buyer beware comes into form. We should be wise enough to decide which type of antivirus or anti-malware we have to purchase. Before going to the market, we can search online what type of antivirus or anti-malware is satisfactory. We can go through the reviews put by the users on the online sites. We can also consult our relatives or friends who are already using computers and have installed antivirus or anti-malware software on their devices. So we should purchase only that antivirus or anti-malware which gives us protection 24/7, which gives us real-time protection, that is continuous protection, which gives us web protection, which provides us email scanning facility, which gives behavior analysis facility and other types of facilities. Now, so we are not just to install antivirus or anti-malware on our system, we are to think what type of antivirus or anti-malware we are purchasing. We should only go in for the reputed or branded type of products. Now the other point is keep the software updated and run regular scans to detect and remove any potential threats. It may be possible that your computer system runs automatic scanning, say after 2 days or 3 days as you have this permitted to your system. So at regular intervals, it may be possible that sometimes a computer may skip and it may not run scanning of the system. You should see that your system has performed scanning. If not, you can also run the full scanning of the system at frequent intervals, say after 1 month or after 6 weeks and so on. Next point is keep your operating system updated. We should regularly update our operating system such as Windows, Mac OS or Linux with the latest security patches. What is the meaning of security patches? Security patches means those patches which provide the latest techniques or methods to combat with the latest viruses. These updates often include important security fixes that can protect your computer from unknown weaknesses. Next point is enable automatic updates for software. Keep all your installed software up to date by enabling automatic updates whenever possible. The software updates often include bug fixes, security patches that addresses weaknesses exploited by the viruses. because there are certain weaknesses in our network or computer system which is exploited by the cyber criminals. Now, these automatic updation of our software will remove that weaknesses. Next is scan floppies, etc. Whenever we use any floppy or CD or USB drive, our system shows that we should do scanning first. You may ignore that, but be sure that you are to scan the floppies, CDs and USB drive using your antivirus software before using them, because there may be some sort of virus or some malicious software which may be present in the floppy or CD or USB drive. Next point is beware of homemade CDs, floppy disks and flash drives, because being a human being, we always want the things to be got at lesser prices. When the homemade CDs or floppy disks are available at cheap prices as compared to the branded, we go in for the same. We do not realize that these homemade CDs or floppy disks could be created by individuals with malicious intent, and these CDs or floppy disks may contain some harmful software, and when we use this homemade CD or floppy disk with our computer system, this type of CDs may install some type of malware into our computer system, which may not only harm our computer system but also steal data or do some other malicious activities. Next point is do not install too many types of security software. It may be possible that we may install 2 or 3 types of antivirus software from 2 3 different companies. Do not do that. Always install antivirus or anti-malware from one reputed company, because if we install too many security software on our computer system, it can affect the performance of our computer and the effectiveness of the software itself, because all the software will also interfere with the working of each other software, security software. Next point is be cautious of email attachments and links. It always happens that whenever an email comes into our email box, we immediately open the same, and if there is some temptation regarding, say, any prize has been allotted to us by some organization, we immediately open the attachment, and if there is some link, we immediately click on the link. We do not think that this email has come from some unknown source, and it may be possible that if we click on an email, click on a link which has been sent to us through an email, that link may give site to the may approach us to the malicious website, and it may ultimately install some malicious software on our system. So do not open email attachments or links in emails if they come from unknown sources or suspicious sources. These could be infected with malware. Next is regularly backup your data. What is the importance of regularly backup? Regularly backup your important data and files to an external hard drive or cloud storage or to a different computer. It may be possible that if your computer becomes infected with some virus or some other malicious software, you can restore the data from backups without losing your valuable information and your work will go on as usual. Next is we should install firewalls. What is the meaning of firewall? A firewall acts as a security guard. It is the first step to provide security to the computer. It creates a barrier between the computer and unauthorized program which is trying to come in through the internet. Next step which we can take to protect our computer from virus is protect your Wi-Fi. Protect your Wi-Fi with an encrypted password. Next is download software from trusted sources. Sometimes it happens that when we are browsing the internet, some advertisement may be there on any site that it is providing free antivirus or free anti-malware software or anything other which may be of importance to you and is being provided free online. You will be naturally tempted and will naturally download the same immediately onto your computer. You will never think that it may contain some malicious activities. Nothing is being offered free of cost in this world. Particularly, the cyber criminals are making most advantage of this thinking of the normal people. So, we should only download software, applications and files from reputable sources. Be cautious of downloading from unfamiliar websites as they may contain malicious software or viruses disguised as legitimate software. Next is use strong and unique passwords. We should create strong and unique passwords for all our online accounts and as well as for our computer system. How we can generate strong password? There is a site strongpasswordgenerator.net. We can make use of the same, or we can ourselves make the password strong by making a mix of uppercase, lowercase letters, numbers and special characters. Numbers means 1 2 3, special characters means hash, dot, this type of features. We should not have the passwords in the name of our family members. We should not have the passwords which may resemble our date of birth. So we should avoid using common passwords and consider using a password manager to securely store our passwords. Next point which is very important is practice safe browsing habits. We should avoid visiting unsecure websites. What is the meaning of unsecure websites? The sites which start with HTTPS and also have a symbol of a lock. These sites are secure sites which have these two features. This is padlock and this is HTTPS. These sites are secure sites. If a site starts with HTTP and it does not have the feature of S means safe, secure. If the site does not start with URL, does not start with HTTPS, it only has HTTP, it means the site is unsecure. We should avoid visiting unsecure websites. Next point is educating yourself. We should educate ourselves as well as other users who are acting on our behalf, that is our employees, about how viruses spread and what precautions we should take while using computer and internet. By implementing these measures and staying vigilant, we can significantly reduce the risk of viruses and other malicious software infecting our computer. Now the topic before us is what to do if your computer system becomes infected. Infected means it has suffered from computer virus or some other malicious software. Now the first step is don't panic. Disconnect your computer from internet. It mostly happens that we are using internet on our computer. So if we are using the internet facility on our computer, and then you should immediately disconnect the internet from your computer. This will prevent malware from transmitting your data to the attacker, because what happens that this is your computer. Whenever there is a attack from some virus or other malicious software, this said malicious software or virus may send the confidential or personal information to the cyber criminal through the internet. When you disconnect it, the virus will not be able to send your confidential information or personal information to the hacker or cyber criminal. So what we should do? We should immediately disconnect our computer from internet. Now the next step is, it may be possible that we are having many computers which are interconnected with each other by way of LAN, and say 50 computers are interconnected. Now suppose you are realizing that there is symptom of some computer virus. You should immediately disconnect your computer from LAN so that the virus may not spread from your computer to other computer systems. Next point is scan for malware. If you are having antivirus software installed on your computer, then you should perform a scanning of your entire system. That is, you should run full scan of the system. It may be possible that you are not having the antivirus software on your computer. Then you can purchase genuine and branded computer virus software, anti-protection software, that is antivirus or anti-malware software, from a local computer store and install it as per the instructions mentioned on it. Please remember that we should purchase that antivirus or anti-malware software which provides us 24/7 real-time protection. It should have the facility of email scanning. It should provide us the facility of web protection. It should give the facility of behavior analysis, etc. And when we install the antivirus software on our computer, we should run full scan of the system as per the instructions given on the label of the package, and it will give the results. Then it may be quite possible that suppose our computer system is having say 100 files stored in. We are taking only an example. It may be possible that we are having some external storage device for keeping some important files, backup of important files. We are having attached the same with it. Suppose we are feeling that our computer system has become infected with virus because it is giving some slow performance, or files are going deleted, or some files can go missing, or high CPU usage is being given. Such type of symptoms give us the feeling that our computer system is somewhat infected. Suppose we are having 100 files on our system and some 50 files are on our external storage device, and both these are connected by way of a cable. When we are experiencing that our computer system has been hit by a computer virus, we should immediately disconnect this external storage device, because it may be possible that our computer virus may delete all these files. If we keep on connecting this external hardware device, external storage device, it may be possible that all these files may also get infected and may be deleted. So to save these files, it is advisable that we should disconnect external storage device so that the infection does not spread to the external storage device, and we can protect our confidential or important files. Next point is seek professional help if needed. If you feel that you are unable to resolve the issue even after running the full scan of the system is not giving proper performance, and you suspect there that the problem is somewhat serious, or there is some serious infection to your computer system, you should consider contacting a professional computer security expert or your organization's IT department for assistance, so that they can take necessary steps to remove the computer virus from your system, or any other step which they deem fit as per the situation. Now, prevention is the key when it comes to computer infections. What it means? It is very important. Prevention. It means that even if we have taken all the necessary steps to prevent computer virus from hitting our computer system, it is quite possible that computer virus or some other malicious software may hit our computer system or network in spite of taking all the necessary steps, security steps. Why? Because the cyber criminals are always busy in developing new viruses and malicious softwares. The antivirus or anti-malware software have the capability to detect only known viruses, or they can combat with the known viruses or anti-malicious or malicious softwares. They cannot, the antivirus or anti-malware software cannot combat or cannot provide detection against latest viruses which are of latest origin, or which are also known as zero-day viruses which are of recent origin. So in order to combat with that zero-day viruses, we have to take precautionary measures, preventive measures. What are those? We should regularly back up our data, because if there is a computer virus or malicious attack on our system, some of the important files which are very important to us are protected, so that our personal work or business organization work runs smoothly. Next point is we should keep our software updated so that our computer system gets latest protection. Next is we can ensure prevention. We should be cautious of suspicious links and attachments. We should not even open each and every attachment which comes into our emails. We should not click on each and every link which comes in the email. We should use our mind before opening an email which has come from unknown source. We should be doubtful about the same, and we should use reputable security software. If we use unbranded or security software without knowing its features, it may be possible that it may not provide us the latest security benefits, and the ultimate purpose of installing the antivirus or anti-malware into our computer system will go in vain. So we should take all the precautionary measures so that we can reduce the risk of future infections to our computer systems. Now the topic before us is how antivirus software works to detect and remove viruses. When after going through this topic, you will understand why it is important to install antivirus software on our computer system and why should we purchase branded antivirus software. So, antivirus software is designed to detect, prevent, and remove malicious software, including viruses, from computer system. It means that a, suppose a computer virus has hit our computer system. Now, the antivirus software will detect that virus, will prevent that virus from causing damage to our system or the files stored in our system, and will remove that malicious software from the computer system. Antivirus software uses various techniques and technologies to detect, prevent, and remove malicious software. Now, here we will take a general overview as to how antivirus software works and how they do their work. First is signature based detection. As you know that in some countries, police authorities maintain a database of the fingerprints of hardcore criminals. In the same way, you might have seen in certain movies that whenever the police reaches the site, it collects the fingerprints and so that it can match the same with the suspected persons. In the same way, the antivirus software makes use of signature based detection. How it, what is means? Signature based detection is one of the primary techniques used by the antivirus software to detect known viruses. Antivirus software maintains a database or library of virus signatures. These virus signatures are created by the antivirus experts. It means that virus do their own work. When they hit the system, the antivirus researchers go into the details of the particular type of virus or malicious software, and they allot a particular code, say a particular code, to a particular type of virus, and it means the creation of signature of the virus. Now these virus signatures are just like the fingerprints of the particular type of virus, and the antivirus software uses these virus signatures to identify and recognize known malware. When antivirus software scans the files and the other data which is stored in the computer, it compares the contents against the virus signatures stored in its database. If the content of any file which is stored in the computer system matches with a known virus signature, the antivirus software identifies the said file as having been infected and takes appropriate action, such as it may delete the file or it may quarantine the file. This database of virus signatures is regularly updated by the antivirus vendors to include new signatures for recently discovered viruses. It means that, as you know, that viruses are continuously being developed by the cyber criminals. That is, new and new type of viruses are taking birth each day. So in the antivirus experts are also busy in developing antivirus software for the same. So to keep the process going on, the antivirus experts develop the virus signatures in respect of the known viruses, and these virus signatures are included in the database of virus signatures so that the antivirus software can detect and remove the known viruses. Though a signature based detection of viruses is very accurate and effective against known viruses, it has its own limitation because signature based detection cannot detect those viruses which are of recent origin or which are modified viruses, because the signatures have not been created and added to the signature database in respect of that viruses. Signature based detection is important only for those viruses which are already known to us. Next is heuristic analysis. In addition to signature based detection, the antivirus software also makes use of heuristic analysis to detect previously unknown or zero-day threats. It means that to detect those viruses which are of recent origin, heuristic analysis is used by the antivirus software. This method analyzes the behavior and characteristics of files and programs to identify suspicious activities that may indicate the presence of malware. For example, if a file attempts to modify critical system files, that is the important files, or replicate itself, the antivirus software may flag that file as potentially malicious. Next is behavior monitoring. Antivirus software continuously monitors the behavior of the programs and the processes which are going on in the computer system. The antivirus software looks for the signs of any malicious activity. For example, if a program starts modifying the system files or attempts to access sensitive areas of the system without authorization, the antivirus software may flag it as suspicious. Next is sandbox analysis. Some antivirus software also make use of sandboxing techniques. Sandbox means some type of, you may have seen that the security forces make use of sandbags so that the bullets may not hit them. In the same way, this type is also in like a same way in which the antivirus software analyzes the potentially malicious programs in a controlled environment. It means that, say this is the system, our computer system. The antivirus software will create its own sandbox in the our own system, virtual sandbox, which is isolated from the rest of the system, so that it can observe the behavior of the virus in that virtual sandbox. If the file exhibits malicious behavior or tries to perform unauthorized actions, the antivirus software flags it as a threat. Next is real-time scanning. Antivirus software often includes real-time monitoring capabilities. If you purchase reputed antivirus software, it definitely provides this facility. It means that the antivirus software actively and continuously monitors the activities which are going on in your computer system, so that it can detect any suspicious or malicious activity. When you open any file or download any file or give any command, the antivirus software immediately scans that file which has been downloaded or opened, so that it can check for any signs of malicious software. If the antivirus software detects any threat, the antivirus software can block the action or quarantine the infected file. Quarantine means place the said infected file away. Next is automatic update. To stay effective against new and emerging threats, antivirus software regularly updates its virus signature database, heuristics algorithms, and other detection methods. As already told, if you purchase unbranded products or unbranded antivirus or anti-malware software from the market, the same may not have the facility of updates of signature update or latest heuristic algorithms or other detection methods. These updates ensure that the antivirus software can identify the latest viruses and malware variants which have flooded the market and will provide you the protection against the same. Next is quarantine and removal. Whenever your antivirus software detects a virus, the antivirus software typically quarantines the infected file. It isolates the said file from the rest of the computer system so that it may not infect the other files. Depending on the type of infection which is being caused by the virus, the antivirus software may clean the infected file by removing the virus, or if it is not possible for the antivirus software to clean or remove that virus from your file, it will remove the file or delete the file altogether. Now, next is cloud analysis. Many modern antivirus software, what I am saying, many modern antivirus software solutions use cloud analysis as a part of their scanning and detection capabilities. It means that each and every antivirus software may not have this facility. This facility is only being provided by the modern antivirus software solutions. Cloud analysis or cloud-based scanning is a modern way of performing malware analysis. If the antivirus software which is installed on your computer detects that there is some malicious activity going on or some virus is present into the system, it sends the information, that is the antivirus software sends the information about the file to a cloud-based server, that is the server of the sender, which may be thousands of miles away. The server then performs a quick analysis on the basis of the advanced algorithms and large-scale threat intelligence databases. That is, the server of the vendor will immediately take necessary steps to identify what type of virus or malicious software has hit the computer system. If the server identifies that the file is malicious or suspicious, the antivirus software can take appropriate action based on the cloud-based verdict. It means that the server will send the necessary instructions to the antivirus software on your computer system, and the antivirus software will take the necessary steps accordingly. Next step is machine learning and artificial intelligence. Many modern antivirus software also incorporate machine learning and artificial intelligence techniques to improve threat-based detection capabilities. These techniques or machine learning and artificial intelligence helps antivirus software in detecting zero-day threats, which those threats which are of recent origin and which the antivirus experts have not developed the signatures or the ability to combat with those viruses. So machine learning and artificial intelligence helps antivirus software in detecting zero-day threats and sophisticated malware that may evade traditional signature-based detection. As already told, signature-based detection only provides you protection against those viruses which are already into the existence and for which the signatures have been developed and put into the database of the antivirus software. Machine learning and artificial intelligence helps in reducing false positive detection. False positive detection means sometimes the antivirus software detects that a particular file is having some virus, but this is false positive. False positive means actually there is no virus, but the antivirus software has detected it as having some virus. So this type of mistake is corrected many times by the machine learning and artificial intelligence. That is, the such chances are reduced to a larger extent. These technologies means machine learning and artificial intelligence enable the antivirus software to provide more accurate and proactive protection against malware. That is, it provides the latest protection against malicious software. It is important to note that while antivirus software is a very important tool to combat with the viruses and other malicious software, but this is not foolproof. It is not that we have installed antivirus or anti-malware on our computer system and we go on sleep. We go on opening any email, we go on opening any website, we go on clicking any website or any link, we go on attaching any removable storage device without scanning, we go on opening any file, anything we do. No, this is not possible even after taking all precautions, because new malicious softwares or viruses are being developed by the cyber criminals, and these new malicious softwares can evade detection. So it is necessary for us to practice safe browsing habits, such as downloading software from trusted sources, keeping our operating system and other softwares up to date, and exercising caution when clicking on links or opening email attachments, and doing scanning of the files when we are opening the same. And only by taking preventive measures we can protect our computer system from viruses, because antivirus software cannot provide you protection against zero-day viruses. Now very important question before us is antivirus or anti-malware, which do I need? That is, what should I install on our computer system, whether I should install antivirus or anti-malware. As already told that malware is a very big term. Though virus and malware are both related terms, malware is a very big term and it includes not only viruses but also ransomware, Trojan horses, worm, spyware, and adware. In the same way, antivirus only provides protection against viruses, whereas anti-malware is a very big term and it covers or provides protection not only against the viruses but also against ransomware, Trojan horses, worms, spyware, adware. That is, anti-malware provides us bigger protection than the antivirus. As you know that the term virus came into existence early. So the term virus became ingrained in our minds and the malware term came very later on. But people still remember the term virus. And so in the same way, the term antivirus is more remembered by the people as compared to the anti-malware. Now we will go into the detail. Antivirus software scans our computer system from known viruses, identifies them and removes them. So antivirus software which are traditional focuses only on combating or dealing with viruses specifically. Now we come to the anti-malware. Anti-malware programs or anti-malware software are designed to detect, block and remove a wider range of malicious software which includes viruses, worms, trojans, ransomware, spyware, adware and many more. So anti-malware provide us additional features such as real-time protection, web browsing protection, email scanning, and behavior-based protection. So you can see that anti-malware has additional features or provides us more protection than the traditional antivirus software. So which do I need? Which should I purchase? When cybersecurity software was first developed, that is many decades ago, when this cybersecurity software was developed, it was called antivirus software simply because viruses were the most common threat at that time. Because at that time only the viruses were in existence. Now, with the passage of time, cyber criminals have become very, very intelligent, very clever. They are introducing or developing latest malicious softwares. But the term antivirus stuck and it is still being used by the people all over the world. These days, there is no distinction when it comes to antivirus or anti-malware. Nobody means no company is offering software that detects and removes viruses only while ignoring worms, trojans, ransomware and spyware. In fact, these days, antivirus of reputed companies offer wide-ranging protection. If you purchase the antivirus from any reputed company, it will provide you big protection, wide ranging protection. It will not only provide you protection against the viruses, but will also provide protection to your computer system against worms, trojans, and other forms of malicious software. Considering the dangers we face right now, no matter whatever it is called, our antivirus or anti-malware software should have the following features. It should have, or it should provide 24 by 7 real-time threat detection. It should provide the facility of automatic updates. It should give the web protection, email scanning, and behavior-based detection. That antivirus or anti-malware software should be compatible with our operating systems such as Windows, Linux, etc. and other software which are installed on our computer. If we go to the market and the antivirus or anti-malware software does not have these features, we should not purchase that. Antivirus or anti-malware software should be purchased from well-established and trusted company with a history of providing reliable and effective software security solutions. You can also check the reviews from reputable sources to gauge the effectiveness of the software. It means that you can visit, if you have decided to purchase the antivirus or anti-malware, you can go to any online site, say eBay, Amazon, Flipkart, or any other, whichever you like, and you can go through the reviews which have been given therein by the users of the antivirus. And after going through these reviews, you can make up your own mind that what is the best security software for your computer system. It is extremely important to keep your security software up to date. You should regularly scan your computer system. You should practice safe browsing habits. You should regularly update your operating system and applications. And we should be cautious with email attachments and downloads so that we can maintain a secure computing environment. The topic before us is future challenges of antivirus software. As you are aware that cyber criminals are always busy in developing new variants of viruses and other forms of malicious softwares. They are making use of artificial intelligence and machine learning to develop sophisticated malicious softwares. They are also posing cloud threats. They are creating more and more trouble for IoT devices. So all these types of developments in which the cyber criminals are making use of fileless malicious software, polymorphic malicious software, they are posing a great challenge for the antivirus software companies. And the antivirus experts are always busy in taking the necessary steps so that they can also protect the computer systems from the new versions of the malicious software. Now we will go into somewhat detail of the future challenges of antivirus software. the antivirus software will continue to face numerous challenges in future because the cyber threats and technology are always changing and getting better. Here are some of the potential challenges antivirus software may encounter. First is artificial intelligence and machine learning based malware. As artificial intelligence and machine learning technologies are making progress, there is always the possibility that cyber criminals will also make use of these technologies to develop sophisticated and adaptive malicious softwares. This will make the work of antivirus software more challenging. The antivirus software will find it more difficult to detect and mitigate these threats. Next is cloud-based threats. Cloud-based computing provides us many benefits, but at the same time, it also introduces many security challenges to us. As you know, more and more organizations are making use of cloud-based services. Antivirus software will need to provide protection against cloud-based threats such as data breaches, unauthorized access, or theft of the sensitive data stored in the cloud, cloud-based denial of service attacks. Next is advanced persistent threats. Advanced persistent threats may be launched by nation state actors or well-funded criminal organizations. These threats pose significant challenges to antivirus software. Advanced persistent threats may utilize custom-built or zero-day threats or polymorphic and fileless malware. These types of attacks are highly sophisticated and secretive, and it is very difficult to detect these threats. These threats are specifically designed to attack targeted organizations or individuals. It means that they have their own specific targets. It is very challenging for the antivirus software to detect and mitigate advanced persistent threats because of the technologies being used by them. Next is IoT security. Increase in the number of mobile and IoT devices in the recent years has expanded the attack surface area for malware. Antivirus software will need to adapt and provide effective security solutions for mobile and IoT devices. It must be noted that antivirus software primarily focuses on detecting and removing only those viruses which are known based on the signature based scanning to ensure full protection or robust protection against a wide range of cyber threats. Implementing multiple layers of security is essential. It means that in addition to installing anti-malware or antivirus software, we have to take many other steps to protect our computer system and data from viruses and malicious softwares. Multiple layers of cybersecurity, that is, those additional steps may include antivirus and anti-malware, installing firewall, making use of IDPS, that is intrusion detection and prevention system, use of filtering solutions for email and web content, keeping software up to date, educating our oneself as well as the users about cybersecurity best practices, regularly backing up critical or important data, network segmentation. Now we will like to conclude this course. We can protect our computer system from viruses by taking steps such as using reputed antivirus or anti-malware software, keeping operating system updated, scanning USB drive before using, cautious of email attachments and malicious links, regularly backing up of our data, practicing safe browsing habits. If our computer system becomes infected, we should disconnect it from the internet as well as the local area network. We should run full scan of our computer system with antivirus software. We should disconnect our computer system from external storage device, and if need be, we should seek professional help to remove the virus from our computer system. Antivirus software makes use of various technologies and techniques to detect and remove malware. These days, there is no distinction when it comes to antivirus or anti-malware. Antivirus or anti-malware software should be purchased from well-established and trusted company, and the said software should have the features such as 24/7 real-time threat protection, automatic updates, email scanning, behavior analysis, etc. Antivirus software should focus Antivirus software focuses primarily on detecting and removing known malware and viruses to ensure robust protection against a wide range of cyber threats. Implementing multiple layers of security is essential. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.